It's that time of year again. Christmas is around the corner. The streets are buzzing. Holiday shoppers hunting for deals, and stores and shops are setting up window displays and holding sales, attracting purchases, attracting people with discounts and special offers. I always start shopping early for shopping for Christmas gifts early to avoid last hustle and overspending. I normally begin Christmas shopping in late November. Timing your so before I go shopping, I put all my ideas on the list. Timing your purchases is wisely, because you can save money and help to get some bargain. Before setting for a buying, so I write down gifts ideas for my families and my colleagues and my family and my friends, and the list also includes some small gifts and cards for my colleagues, for my co-workers. Last year I bought each of them a box of chocolate toffee, but this time I'll try to be a bit more creative. I'm going to buy them Christmas mugs with nice sayings or desk accessories. So the first gift on my list is for my husband. This year I'm going to buy him a smartwatch. He recently took off jogging and started going to the gym again. So I'm sure this watch will help him to trend his results. Before going to the shop, I want to make sure this watch worth money, because this smartwatch is very expensive thing. So I've been searching for information in about new trends and brands, and in the internet, online, and I read reviews, product reviews on Amazon. So when I am sure what eventually I choose the option, but this is a bit expensive, and I can pay only the half of price. So I have to wait for Black Friday sales. So when it is on my day off, I go to the electronic outlet and ask them for this model, but unfortunately they got none left at the moment I arrive, because apparently this model is very popular, and they ran out of it because it was on sale. So I have to find somewhere else. So I go to the shopping center, but this time it is very crowded, and many shoppers have to stay in line. To my surprise, and luckily, I found um, the next shop where I see these kinds of these watches, and here is nearly empty, and it is nearly empty when I walked in. So I ask the shop assistant to show me one watch, and they are so elegant and so nice, elegant, and stylish, and I understand on the place that I like this model, and this model will fit my husband. So I am going to pay for it. And so, by the way, I recently started using my Apple Pay in my regular shopping because it is much easier and quicker than a credit card. So I paid for this watch with my smartphone, and the cashier gives me a receipt. I always keep receipts because if something is broke, someone breaks, I can return it back to the shop and get my money back. Next weekend I go shopping again, next time with my husband, and we are going to buy presents for our kids. And we, kids and relatives, we started off to the Christmas market in Great Central, and I picked up several souvenirs and jewelry pieces for my nieces, for my aunts and uncles, and my mom. And I bought a pair of green earrings for my sister too, which matches her eyes, which will match her eyes. And one of the reasons I like such Christmas fairs because is that you can haggle over the prices and ask for discount. And so we have our presents bought, and we have them wrapped up and brightly decorated with paper and bows. Then we go to the nearest cafe to have a glass of wine and a cup of coffee. Cup of chocolate, hot chocolate, soaking up the Christmas atmosphere. Our next destination is toy shop. It's a big or huge, maybe a huge toy store where we buy presents for our kids, and the huge shark and remote control robot is for our 4-year-old son. Switch console for our 10-year-old daughter, but our eldest son is too old to play with toys, so we got so we got a set of drums for him in the music shop because he loves music and plays in amateur gan, band. Band. Next weekend, the next weekend, I feel very uneasy. I feel unwell, and I must have caught a cold. So I decided to continue my Christmas shopping on the internet. I don't prefer to do shopping there because I like to put on and to see and put on things before I buy them. But it is so easy these days. My mom, even my mom can do it, and some items like cosmetics and clothes. And something else um, is cheaper than in cheaper than in an actual shop, in an actual store. In case something, say a pair of shoes or pants, is not fit or doesn't fit, you can always exchange it for a different size, or if you ordered a dress and upon the deliver you realize that you don't like it, you are entitled to get a full refund if you return it within 30 days. So but it is very dangerous for my credit card to order things on the internet because their separate items are very each of item is very cheap, costs very little, but put together they can all amount up to a considerable sum of considerable sum in the end. That's why before I finally pay the order, I take a 15 minutes break, and then I get back and check the items, and in order to make sure I really need them and to avoid the impulse impulse purchases. So keeping my shopping list in mind, I search for different things for my colleagues and friends. Smart, for example, a pair of knitted mittens, handmade soap, several good books, set of candles, a pack of candles, and cute mugs, and office planner, a wall calendar, and so on. And I pay for them, and I pay extra 50 money for delivering $50. I pay extra $50 to get my items delivered straight to my doorstep. And so I am all set and ready for the holidays.